Hello, this is Eric with Being Group, and today we're going to learn how to add a group calendar onto a SharePoint site. In this video, we are assuming you already have a group calendar created. If you want to learn how to create a group calendar, check out our two-part series on Microsoft 365 groups, which includes a group calendar. The link is in the description down below. Here are the topics we're going to cover today. What is a group calendar? And how to add a group calendar onto your SharePoint site. Okay, so let's begin with the first bullet point. A group calendar is a calendar shared among a group of users that are typically part of a project, a team, a committee, or even just a group of friends. A group calendar can be helpful to communicate upcoming events, availability, or serve as a hub for team meetings. Okay, now we can jump into how to add a group calendar onto your SharePoint site. Okay, so here we are in SharePoint. In order to start adding our group calendar web part, we need to click the edit button on the top right corner. If you don't have editing permissions, you can contact your SharePoint administrator. Okay, we're going to click the edit button. I'm going to add the web part right below this one. All I have to do is just hover and wait for that plus icon to pop up. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to look for a group calendar. We click the gray button saying add group calendar. And here we're going to get a drop down with all of our group names. Here you can choose the group calendar that you want to display on your site. I'm going to choose the sales and marketing. On the scroll bar here, we can choose the number of events that are displayed per page. So as you can see, right now we have our number 3 and we're displaying 3 events. By scrolling here, we can add more events per page up to a maximum of 10. And you can lower it down to a minimum of 1. Now this does not mean that you cannot access the rest of your events. This just means that they are paged. For example, I have 3 events here, but if I want to see more, all I have to do is click the next button on the right lower corner. There we go. I'm going to go back to the beginning. And I do like how the 3 events size looks, and I think that's good enough for our team. I'm going to close this and we'll hit republish. Now, one of the very important things about the group calendar web part is that it respects permissions. So what do I mean? The calendar I am displaying right now is part of my sales and marketing Microsoft 365 group. If any user that is outside of that group navigates to this site, they will not be able to see this calendar. All they will see is a spinning loading screen on this web part alone. They'll be able to see the rest of the site if they have permission to see the site, but the calendar itself will not load. And the calendar web part, what we can do is we can click on each one of these items. That brings up a pop-up with a more detailed view. We can see when, where, and a description of the meeting. We have a button that gives us the option to add to our calendar. If we click that, we can choose to either just add the occurrence or add the entire series. I want to click add occurrence. This will prompt to download, and you can click a downloaded item. You may be prompted as to which app to use. And you should choose Outlook. Now, as you can see, here I'm prompted whether to accept or decline and add it to my calendar. Okay, so now let's go back to the site. There's also a past tab to see any past events. And if you've been here on the site for a couple of minutes and you wonder if there have been any newly added items, you can click the sync calendar button. This will refresh the calendar to make sure you're seeing the latest items. And that is how to add a group calendar onto your SharePoint site. Well, I hope you learned something new today. Thank you.